In today's video, we're gonna cover a full body workout to help you build muscle in your 40s, 50s, and 60s only using resistance bands. And resistance bands are a wonderful tool because you can basically take them anywhere. They're great for at-home workouts. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite personal exercises using resistance bands to work your whole body. We're gonna start this workout off with a nice little warm-up, and then we're gonna get into 5 different exercise pairings. It's kinda gonna be like supersets where we pair 2 exercises together, and we're gonna run through this whole circuit. And when you do this at home, you'll be able to do this in 20 to 30 minutes. You get a killer workout. It'll help you build muscle and strength, and it'll just be a nice way to mix up your training. Let's get into the warm-up and into this resistance band workout. All right, so we're gonna kick off this workout with 2 warm-up motions, one for your lower body and one for your upper body. The lower body workout motion is going to use one of these resistance bands that you put around your ankles and your knees, and this is going to be doing a monster walk. So you see me doing a monster walk. I'm basically down here in a squat position, keeping my legs out intentionally, and I'm doing this kind of waddle style walk. And you want to use as heavy of a band as possible, because what this is doing is that the band's pulling in, it makes you activate your glutes. And when you're in this squatting position, you're driving a lot of blood flow into your quads, your glutes, your knees. It's a wonderful way to warm up. And it's also a really fun thing to do with your kids too. These are called monster walks. Go forward, go backwards. I say do these for at least 1 to 2 minutes to really get a lot of blood flow. And then we're going to go into our next warm-up exercise, which we're going to use a longer style resistance band, something we're going to use later for curls and stuff. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some overhead shoulder passes. I recommend you do about 10 of these, and you want to go in both directions here. And you're just opening up that chest, shoulders, and triceps, opening up the scapula, having nice straight posture. You can do about 10 passes here, and then bring the band to the front of your body, and you're going to do kind of pull-aparts to work the back part of your scapula and your upper back, and just get that shoulder ready for the different kinds of motions that we're going to do. So when you've done about 10 passes and around 10 pull-aparts, we're ready to get into our first motion. Our first resistance band exercise is a hybrid between a resistance band deadlift and a row. And we're going to do this in a very unique rep style that I personally find very effective, where we're going to kind of build up like a pyramid style rep. And here's what one rep looks like. You're going to get the heaviest resistance band that you do have, and you're not going to use the handles. You're actually going to grab it on the band itself. Now you're going to do a deadlift pulling up, just as you see me do here. And then I'm going to come back down to complete that rep, and then I'm going to do 1 row. And now I'm going to come up and do 2 deadlifts. 1, 2, and now I'm going to come down and do 2 rows. 2, 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 3 deadlifts. And then when I come down, I'm going to go ahead and do 3 rows. So you're going to build up this way up to 10 reps. So your final 10th set will be 10 deadlifts, and then you're going to pause at the bottom and do 10 rows. And this is great because the resistance of the band that you'll use for deadlifts is very comparable to rows. And I want you to focus on creating a lot of tension throughout your whole body as you're doing this. And then after you've completed a set all the way up to 10, you're going to proceed to the next exercise in this circuit. So our next exercise pairing is resistance band squats paired with resistance band shoulder press. And to do this, I recommend you actually get 2 different types of resistance bands, and you put these underneath your feet. And we're actually going to use both for the squat. So I've hooked up both resistance bands to those handles. But if you don't even have handles for your resistance bands, you can just grab straight at the end of the bands. You're going to rack and load those bands to the front of your body, and you're going to descend to do squats. And I want you to aim to do around 20 reps of squats in each of these sets. So do about 20 squats of this. And when you're totally burnt out, when you've done your squats, you've hit your max target, you're going to drop one of the resistance bands, either the lighter one or the heavier one. Whatever one you drop is going to be up to you. You're going to have to play around with this. And then you're going to immediately get into a slight squat position around 3/4 and do some standing shoulder press. So what I love about this is we just did the squats, but we still keep those legs engaged, and we get this overhead shoulder press motion. And I want you to aim to do around 15 to 20 of the shoulder press. Now, when you do one pairing of this, so the 20 to 30 reps of squats, and then you do around the, let's just say 15 reps of the shoulder press right after that, you're going to rest for about 1 minute and then do one more set of this. So you're going to go back through this exercise one more time before moving to our next pairing. So our next resistance band superset pairing is going to be a crossbody fly, single arm, paired with some curls. You're going to want to get a medium tension resistance band for you, so not heavy and not super light. And you want to put it underneath your feet, but you want to spread your feet nice and wide, almost like in a kind of star position. You're going to take one arm at a time, you're going to cross-body fly, bring that arm up and across your body to roughly around chin level, then you're going to bring it on down. And at the top of this motion, as you continue to go up to around 10 to 15 reps, I want you to really control that tension at the top. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your core, and lower down in a nice controlled motion. It's a wonderful upper body exercise that works your chest, your biceps, and your core. And when you've done around 10 to 15 reps each arm, you're going to to immediately go into curls. So just like in that same position, not moving your feet, you'll just come up into the curl. And I want you to curl into a very high position because that's where you get the maximum tension on those resistance bands. And then you come down, curl both arms at the same time, squeeze, and you do about 10 to 15 of these. And when you've done a whole pairing of this, you've done 10 to 15 of each of these exercises, you're gonna rest for about 30 to 60 seconds and then do it again. Go to the crossbody flies and then go into the curls. And then after you've done 2 sets of this, we'll move on to the next resistance band exercise pairing. Next, we're gonna pair some resistance band triceps extensions for the back of your arms with some shoulder raises. This is a really great combination. You're gonna take a resistance band that's in the light to medium tension for you, and you're gonna stand up tall, but then take one of your feet back slightly like you're going into a small lunge. That's where you're gonna anchor the resistance band out of your back foot. Once you're in that position, you're gonna bring both resistance bands overhead just like this, squeezing your arms, and you're gonna extend them overhead and feel like you're going very long, working your triceps, and then you're controlling on the way down. And you're gonna do about 15 to 20 reps in this position. You're gonna go up and down, slow and controlled on the negative, pause, press right on up, squeeze, come right on down. When you've done about 15 to 20 reps of this, then what you're gonna do is actually take the resistance band and bring it immediately out to your sides. You can keep the same anchored position on the back foot. And now you're gonna grab the band, if you don't have handles on it at this point, like I didn't for the triceps, you're just gonna grab it at the end of that band, and then you're gonna start to do some shoulder raises. Now, you can play around with what position your wrist is, whether your thumb is down, whether it's here, or whether it's up. I'll show you a couple different varieties as we go through this. But point being, do whatever feels good for your shoulder, and you're gonna do shoulder raises at around 10 to 15 reps here. And it's really powerful after you've worked the triceps to get immediately into those shoulder raises. And just like the previous superset pairing, we're gonna go back and forth with 0 rest between each of these exercises. But once you complete a superset, you're gonna rest around 1 minute before doing one more superset circuit. And then we're gonna move on to our last superset pairing, which is gonna work in face pulls paired with some hollow body holds. So to set up the face pull, this is the one exercise where you're gonna need some place to anchor the resistance band. So it could be behind some kind of pole, if you have access to some kind of piece of exercise equipment, or maybe you have one of those things you can put in a doorstop where you can anchor the resistance band. You just need something where you can pull it towards your face without it snapping and hitting you. So once you have the resistance band anchored anywhere from, I'd say, chin to like mid-chest level, what you're gonna do is you're gonna retract your arms back like this to do a face pull. And at the top, I recommend you do an external rotation just like this. So you're retracting back, external rotation. For bonus points, if you wanna make this very hard, you can press up at the top overhead just like this, and then bring it right on down. And then you go back to starting position. So it could be a 3-part motion. Retract, external rotation, press overhead, back down, bring it back to starting position. And you're gonna do this for around 10 to 15 reps, really focusing on not using too much weight on this or not even too much resistance, but really focus on that mind-muscle connection between your shoulder blades in this type of motion. And once you completed this, you're gonna slide that resistance band down to a lower position and you're gonna get on your back. And you're gonna walk yourself out so there's a good amount of tension in that resistance band and it's kind of pulling you backwards. This is gonna be the starting position of our core exercise of this resistance band circuit. Now, once you have that tension position where my arms are overhead holding that tension, I'm gonna bring my legs up and start doing a bicycle motion with my legs. As I'm doing that, I'm gonna move my arms in a synced motion, so I'm getting this cross-body kind of zigzag, seesaw kind of motion across the body. It's a wonderful and very fun core exercise. So the resistance bands are pulling you back, you're moving your legs in such a way that it's engaging your core, and you're going in the opposite mood. So it'll be a little bit of coordination as you get into this, but I think you're gonna find it's a very effective and fun core exercise, and I recommend you do that for around 30 to 60 seconds to finish this out. What I love about this workout is you only really need, I'd say, 2 to 3 types of resistance bands. You need a super heavy band, you need a medium band, and a light band would be ideal. And once you have that, you can do this workout anywhere. Bonus points if you go ahead and do this outside. It's a really good thing. You can obviously put the resistance band around some kind of tree or pole that you find outside for the face pulls and some of the core work. And you can get some great sunshine and you get a wonderful mix up to your workout. And now in terms of how often you should do this workout, well, you can do this anytime as like a mix up from your normal strength training routine. This is full body strength training. It's very, very good. I would say if you want to do this workout exclusively for a period of time, you should do it 2 to 3 times per week and make sure you rest at least 1 day in between the workout, but probably 2. Because remember, all resistance training exercise is a stimulus for your body to grow. You actually recover when you're not training. So you want to make sure that you have enough recovery. And then just like all strength training, you do want to actually push your resistance over time. So if you're used to using a medium band in a particular exercise, once you get strong enough and confident, you want to go to a heavy band. And then once you're at the heavy band, you want to add one more band. So the progressive resistance principle still applies to all resistance band workouts. Continue to get stronger, track your progress, and if you do this, you're going to see great results. So I hope you found this valuable, my friend. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi from Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. If you actually come inside of our communities and become a paid member, and you're actually going to get access to our app, there's some links below where you can check out our new app. We have all of our workouts, all of our meal plans, all of our nutrition, and we have a special deal where you can get access to that. Become a Fit Father or Fit Mother community member for a $9 trial. So check that out in the description. We'd love to have you on our full programs because it is so much more extensive than just a particular workout. We give you the full comprehensive plan to lose weight, to build muscle, and get yourself healthy as a busy mom or dad over 40. We are the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. This is what we do. So check out those links in the description. If you enjoyed this workout, hit the thumbs up to let us know that this is valuable. It also helps us spread across YouTube, which helps to reach more people, and it means a lot to me and my team. So thank you for doing that. And subscribe if you haven't, because we have hundreds of videos. We're always publishing more. And when you're a subscriber, you're going to get actually first access to those videos. They'll go right to your newsfeed. So that's a really great benefit. So thank you again, my friend. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you around future videos, and I'll talk to you very soon.